Hey, everybody, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle Vancouver Adjacent by Night. As a warning, this is a mature game and explores some dark and troubling themes. These may include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many others. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries when we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using our yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you, as a viewer, ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Everything will be uploaded to YouTube after the game. I'll try to put chapters in so that you can skip over the part that you don't like. You can always come back when you feel ready, or just skip to the next episode. That'll eventually be up there too. Thank you to our wonderful host and sponsor, Level Up Dice, for giving us the opportunity to share this awesome story with you. Please support them by purchasing their exquisite dice or by spreading word about them on social media. The link should be over there. And today we are going to do some salubri. You could probably can't see that because my camera doesn't like that. But get one of those salubri dice, and they're made out of aluminum because I refuse to say aluminium, even though I just said it.
Thank you.
And now let's introduce our vampires because we will have a new sponsor at some point soon-ish. But we're still waiting for the final word to go ahead on that. And let's start with Brennan.
Hi, I'm Brennan. I play Charlotte. I'm the Venture, and I've done nothing wrong, so I didn't need to come to the last episode.
That's fair. Zach.
Hey, I'm Zachary Vaudo, playing Charlie Lawrence, the Malkavian Primogen. Just figuring out the next step.
Sam.
Hi, I'm Samantha McLarty, and I play Elena Cortez, the La Sombra Primogen, and I have everything under control.
I believe you. Patrick, wherever Patrick is down there.
Yeah, sure. Hi, Patrick Gill, and I am playing Harley, the Nosferatu. Yeah, they're
Traitor.
I don't even know anymore. I'm just along for the ride.
Again, fair. Totally fair.
Yep.
And over here to Lex. I don't know where I'm pointing. Down there somewhere. Yeah, there she is.
Hi, I'm Lex. I play Cassandra the Toreador, and I'm just hoping we can keep my little family together. Or I'll cry.
Double the presents on Christmas. That's all I'm saying. That's
I
all
don't want Elena's terrible presents.
Hey, you don't know if my presents would be terrible. I'm more than likely going to have Charlotte just buy something for you.
Valid point. I want double
We
presents.
were right
Get a
on the gift
divorce.
You just assume that my presents are good.
I assume your presents are not boots and broken technology.
It's all like Sudoku.
You're going to get like a Chinese calculator.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, all of these presents are terrible. Can I just get a new family?
Yes, you can join the other game that we run that is on just before this one. By the way, hi all the raiders. So when last we saw our intrepid coterie, who are all of the kindred over here, one of them was kind of missing completely because they did nothing wrong. So they locked themselves in their tiny, tiny office and started listening to very, very loud Daft Punk.
Why?
Everyone else was dealing with the fallout of Connor in various ways, I want to say. Some took it a little bit better than others. Some went into the sewers and decided to drink from a bunch of Sabat. You know, I don't make any judgments.
Good plans all around.
That's what I'm saying, right? For a storyteller, these are excellent plans. So we are going to fast forward to the next night, which means that there's going to be a rouse check from everybody.
I got a 10. I'm extra not hungry.
extra not hungry.
Curiosity, would I have eaten at all yet?
Someone or
You-
something.
Did you want to?
I mean, I'm at 2 before I make my rouse check.
I can start at hunger 2 tonight.
Hold on, let's see. Yeah, that would have put me at 3.
And I
Starting at
succeeded, but
9,
I'm still at hunger 2.
And you are back down to hunger 1, Elena.
I think that still puts me at 2
Yeah, because she failed.
because I just failed the
Yeah.
roll.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you would have gone up to 3, but
And then-
you had fed from Charlie, so now Charlie's at 2, and then you're at 2.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm just confused. I'm just
Blood
gonna
going
start-
It's
everywhere.
hard.
Yeah. Sandra, how'd you do? That is
You
a
did bad.
big 0. Not great for hunger. Harley.
Nope.
Oh, man.
Ugh.
Charlie's the only one who aced the rouse check tonight.
I 10 took all of your successes.
Yeah.
Charlotte,
Hungy.
you hear, Charlotte, you gotta invest in the AMC. AMC's doing good from what I hear.
AMC?
Yeah.
Nobody
Or-
goes to movies anymore.
A really good idea is invest in that W wrestling thing, whatever wrestling thing. I hear they're gonna sell.
I did hear that that's the new big meme stock.
That's or doggy, whatever coin. The
I
the
did
coin
get the
thing.
Dogecoin, but only because I find that the dog is cute.
Yeah. Invest more of that. It's fine.
It's doing poorly right now, but I have a lot of dogs.
It'll come back up. Don't worry about it.
I believe in it. It's good to check in every now and again. It's nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, it's sometimes you just got to agree to your beast that confuse the hell out of them. Elena, you hear, Elena,
Does it now?
why are you not eating?
Technically, I did eat a bit, but I should probably eat more.
Yes, you probably should.
I agree with you, because when I don't eat, I get really, really hungry and bad things tend to happen.
Yes, that's exactly it. You should eat more.
Look at
Perhaps
us
even-
getting along. Aren't we doing well?
Perhaps even finish off one of your friends. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Not yet. They are still very useful. Oh, but what about perhaps there was a oh no, the pirate. I need the pirate for things. Oh, perhaps that Connor one, the Toreador, that's an asshole. That I really should kill him.
He might be useful as well.
Once I take his soul, of course he'd be useful. You two
Fair.
would probably have to battle it out a little bit as to which one's going to speak to me and when, but
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
only time can tell.
Harley. Hey, pal. You should probably go down back in the sewers, get some more of that, whatever it's called, the Vivaldi, whatever his name is.
Valdery.
Sure, that sounds right.
No.
That kind of topped us up a little bit last night. You should go get some more of that.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that right now. We've got shit to do. We've got to get stuff accomplished. We don't have time to be fucking around with that right now. So I'm gonna need you to step up and get shit done with me. All right?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. So now shut up.
Cassandra,
Yes.
you hear a very, very familiar voice. Cass,
What?
why haven't you come to see me yet?
I don't think I'm supposed to.
Don't listen to them. Listen to me.
I want to, but I don't think that's a good idea.
You don't think it's a good idea, or your friends don't think it's a good idea.
Stuff can be two things.
Can they?
Sometimes.
But either way, you should come and visit me and maybe get a bite to eat.
Maybe. Maybe.
So, what is everybody doing now that I've kind of thrown your beasts at you for the most part?
Harley would have. He wouldn't have stayed in his section of the floor that night. He would have that little bag that he spent some time putting together. It's still tucked under his bed for now. He actually slept down in the anger basement. He's
I'm glad I got that.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone knows that Harley hasn't left the property. He's floating around somewhere. You would have had to have actively tried looking for him to figure out where he was, but it wouldn't have taken much effort.
And everyone else?
I've sent text messages of the pictures of things that I've been randomly drawing. One to Harley of all the numbers, and then one to Harley's not girlfriend of all the strange arcane symbols. And I don't know if anything's come back on any of those yet.
Nothing yet.
Yeah, but in the meantime, I'm just continuing to, write out number sequences just to calm myself down because it's been a lot. And then I'm gonna head over to the building just to see, new day. We'll check back in and see how things are going, and if we're just gonna continue forward with the plan and not, start eating each other.
Harley, after getting ready, Harley would have gone up. He wouldn't have gone to his room, but he would have gone to one of his like spare like offices that he probably has littered around whenever he gets the urge to start working on a computer. He just bops into a room. But he would have taken that number sequence and ran it through some different algorithm analyzers trying to decode what was what with that, and just he's gonna let it just run in the background and do its thing.
The first time that you actually upload the image and you kind of set up the program to analyze it, the entire computer shuts down.
The hell?
Didn't do it.
I'm gonna try turning the computer back on.
Nothing happens.
Okay. I'm going to take that number sequence and I'm just going to hop on another random terminal nearby just to see if this does the same thing to this computer.
It does the exact same thing.
I text back to Charlie, gonna have to do this the hard way. Give me a few hours.
Okay. And I'm gonna look over. I'm just gonna look at the thing that I sent him again because it seemed super duper familiar to me apparently last time, but I had no idea what it was. I'm just trying to process
Let's
this again.
do an intelligence and occult roll.
Oh, that's different from last time. That's worse from last time. That is 2 successes.
Still can't quite. You're definitely I have seen or experienced this before, but I'm not sure where.
These are definitely numbers.
They're and letters.
Oh, that's out of my league. That's why I sent it to Harley.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Can I just peruse that real quick just to see if I can just glance at it and see if I've got an idea what's going on with this stuff?
Sure, intelligence and occult.
Okay, which I actually have a pretty decent pool. All right.
Decent pools is where I exist as a storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Just, okay, that's fine.
1, 2. I'm gonna go ahead and spend a willpower.
So early in the session?
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
3 successes.
3 successes?
Yep.
These are letters and numbers.
Okay, I'm not gonna bother updating Charlie on that, and I'm gonna work my way. I'm gonna be taking side stairwells, maybe climbing up through like a mid-building atrium or two to get to Charlotte's office without. I'm trying to be sneaky about it. I'm trying to avoid running into anybody else.
In that case, Dex and Stealth.
Okay.
Which, if you don't have a pretty big pool in this, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Oh, no, I do. Does my... Oh, no, that wouldn't apply. Never mind.
You're hiding from your Ventrue boss specialty?
No.
I'm not even there.
my break-in
You
specialty.
have advantage.
Just to get around. That's 3 successes.
Yeah, you're being stealthy. So you're getting up to Charlotte's floor then?
Mhm.
Or getting down to Charlotte's floor?
Yeah.
Charlotte. Is Charlotte there?
Nope.
Is Daft Punk still playing?
Daft Punk is still playing, but because Charlotte has done nothing wrong, owes nobody any boons, and really kind of walked out of that whole situation unscathed, other than needing to get a new pair of glasses, she took a week off. She's at her apartment, probably right about now, getting out of a pool on the rooftop because the sun's gone down, and she's gonna get that blood dye back from which is the intern that likes Cassandra.
Adam.
Adam. We're gonna eat Adam.
Like
Who's gonna
entirely?
eat Adam?
No,
Oh.
just a little, just to get my, just get.
Because Adam's been fed from a lot, so Adam's eating like orange slices somewhere. If
Mhm.
you feed from Adam, this could very well kill him.
Okay. We'll get
Because
Craig.
he's gotten like 2 out of the last like handful of days taken out of him, so he's hurting. If if another one goes,
Adam's
I might have
lucky.
to roll some percentile dice.
No, I'll eat Chad.
Chad,
Ew.
yeah, Chad
Only
is
after he's had his coffee though.
Chad is kind of drinking his coffee, and he's got like his sweater draped around his shoulders type thing. Like he's totally a Chad.
Total Chad. So after that, I guess Charlotte will just be lounging on the roof in a chair being tended to by 10 interns.
Various interns.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna go with like the full Cleopatra type thing, where it's like the giant fan
Mm-hmm.
and the other one with the grapes?
Yes.
But even though you don't eat grapes,
I don't eat grapes. I chew them and then I spit them out. It tastes like
Wow.
ash.
They still have to peel them first, though.
Yeah. Wow, that's like the ultimate like Ventrue thing, where it's just like, no, I'm just gonna spit them out just so nobody else can have them. So Elena, what are you up to?
Elena is in her area of the floor, and she is doing exactly the same thing that she's been doing, completely concealed in darkness. Essentially, she is trying to tap more into the abyss.
All right, let's do some rolls to tap into the
Oh.
abyss.
If I do really
Uh,
well, do I get a new ability for free?
No.
Damn it.
Usually, role playing games are yes and. For vampire, generally it's no. Let's do a. You know what? I'm feeling adventurous. Manipulation and is it oblivion now or is it obtenebration? I don't know.
Oblivion.
It's an O word.
It's
Keep
Oblivion.
forgetting because they changed it to something that's like got the first two same letters. Messes me up every time. And then they mashed necromancy into it.
Only with the Hecata.
I got 6, and one of them is a crit.
Wow. All right.
It's a good pool for me.
Yeah, you're noticing that it's kind of a little bit easier to mess with the shadows, like to draw, especially when you do the giant cloud of shadow over everything. You know, you're feeling a little bit more connected to Oblivion than before.
Good to know. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I figure that I kind of look like, spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't seen WandaVision. I feel like I look like her at the very end, that extra scene in the cabin, but surrounded by shadow.
And
So like edgier.
More black, less red. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
like Wanda at the end of WandaVision, only more
Yeah.
goth.
There you go.
And reading the Darkholme. I hope not, because
She's less
yeah.
reading something like that. She's more so like sifting through, but about the same effects with the eyes.
Yeah. All right. Cassandra, I'm going to kind of leave it up to you to pull this ragtag group of kindred together.
I'm heading over.
Okay.
Everybody's doing their own thing.
I'm heading over. Eventually.
Yeah. It's Charlie's job to bring us all together. Didn't you know
Oh
that?
no, that's too much responsibility.
But Dad.
No.
Cassandra is gonna text Charlotte. I think you left your radio on all weekend, ?
That's not a radio.
That's right. We established in the last episode that it was actually Daft Punk.
They're robots. They don't get tired. ...
I think you left your robots on all weekend, ?
Yes, can you check and make sure they don't overheat?
You have to take better care of your toys.
Do I?
I mean, I assume so, ?
Fair. How's everybody doing? ?
Thumbs down emoji.
Oh, another one of those days. ...
I think we could all use a pep talk from our favorite and most esteemed boss.
Ugh emoji. Facepalm emoji. I'm on vacation.
I thought we weren't allowed to take breaks anymore.
Yeah, but like this stuffy British Ventru told me that like she would never allow it, and then I was like, I would totally allow it because you wouldn't allow it. So I gave myself a vacation just to see.
And if you want to see what Charlotte is referring to, check out our Patreon, which is the link over there, to see the Ventru meeting where the stuffy Ventru told the stuffy British Ventru told Charlotte that they don't allow vacations for ghouls and such.
Wait until she finds out you called her a stuffy British Ventru.
Did I lie?
That's not the point.
I'm gonna keep texting Charlotte. I think you need to come turn your robots off, or Elena's gonna go in there and turn them off for you with the finger guns emoji.
Oh no, they're a national treasure.
Also, I
Okay.
don't actually know what she'd do to them if that was the case.
I don't either. I think we'd find out whether or not they're actually robots or not.
When it comes to Elena, I think she could destroy them either way.
Maybe she should take a break from destroying things.
There's a very, very long pause before Cassandra texts back, dibs on not telling her that.
Nose game. And she sends a nose emoji.
I send
And
a nose emoji to the group chat with no context.
Charlotte also does. And then she gets dressed and heads downstairs to the living
I send a nose.
Elena-
I send a nose emoji because I want to be included.
Elena gets like 3 different boxes with question marks from 3 different people in the group chat, not including Harley.
Turns her phone off and tosses it to the side. Goes back into it.
It's fine. It's like a Nokia flip phone. It's practically
They're
indestructible.
fine.
Nokia.
And Harley sees all of the fingers on nose emojis and knows that he's basically got no other choice in the matter. And so he responds back with a, all right, fine, I guess this is my job, isn't it? And awaits further instructions.
Harley will get an individual text from Charlotte saying, tell Elena to stop destroying things before she becomes an animal. TY.
And Harley stops and opens it, looks at the text. Fuck it. And he stops what he's doing. He turns around and he starts heading back to the floor that him and Elena still technically share.
Oh, the madman. He's actually doing it.
Can you imagine if that was like one of the texts you send next? Like
The absolute
predicting
madman.
just predicting that Harley is going to do it. You're like,
When Charlotte finds out, she's going to be like, was that submerged directive? Was that?
I didn't even say heal.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start heading up to the boardroom, just assuming that that's where everyone's going after my very informative nose text.
Probably a good idea. So let's deal with the Harley situation first. Harley, you're going back to your floor, I would assume, to talk to Elena and tell her to stop destroying things.
Harley gets off the elevator, sees all the trash laying around on the floor still. Is Elena's door open or closed?
Well, not necessarily closed, just draped in shadow.
All right. So I go open the door and can see that there's, darkness beyond this point, and I'm stepping inside.
It feels weird.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong. Harley, do you have like Eyes of the Beast or anything along those lines? No. Yeah, you're just staring into inky black. Just you can't see a thing.
And
It probably seems like wisps of something like are moving around you. And at some point, you're just gonna see red eyes, kind of like it looking straight, and then just turn towards you. Because I'm gonna activate the Eyes of the Beast. Because that's not like I really have to, but why not?
Which is free, I believe.
And then she'll look at you and what is it?
Charlotte wanted me to tell you that you need to stop killing people and destroying things.
I don't think that I have killed anyone tonight or broken anything.
I'm just passing on a message.
Wait. You might want to just check around over there for my phone and make sure that that statement is actually true.
All right, I'm gonna look around the room for the phone and activating heightened senses.
Which sense are you heightening?
Sight.
Give me a wits and awareness. And everybody at home, take a drink.
All right.
With heightened senses on?
It's -2, right?
Yeah, it's -2. I'll go with -2 for that, but you add your aspects to your wits and awareness.
2 successes.
So you'll be able to sort of find it, but kind of not really.
All right, so I'm kind of fumbling around for the phone there and can't really find
With
it.
aspects and wits and awareness? Wow. Eventually, you kind of find something. It could be her phone.
If it was taking you an extended period of time to find it, she would have just and pulled them back in, which would make the room bright again.
Really bright.
And I turn off heightened senses.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay,
You were taking too long.
I was trying. All right.
Either way, I can see it over there. It is not broken. Not yet.
Yeah.
But if you guys continue to keep putting the little boxes, and that's all that you're doing is little boxes, I'm going to break the phone.
All right. I'll remember that.
Good. Now, as far as killing anybody, I don't think that I've actually killed anyone in a very long time, so...
There was the other night.
Does she really count as a someone? She was bait. That was all that she was, and so...
I'm gonna
that
turn.
was to bait.
I'm gonna turn and walk away and go to the boardroom.
Yeah.
Pulling the shadows back out.
Kind of hot on your heels, Harley. You kind of feel like it's kind of like the scene at the end of Star Wars where it's like the, explosion kind of goes around you and then you kind of walk out of the shadows.
I'll just cross Harley in the elevator as he's going into the boardrooms. Hi.
Hi. So, what's going on?
I was going to check on Elena and then figure out what we were doing. What's the hard way with the numbers?
The number sequence, I try putting it into a computer to start, doing like algorithm analysis, trying to, it kills whatever computer it gets loaded onto. So
Like Snow Crash?
it's just I haven't tried rebooting them yet, to be perfectly honest, but yeah, it just you load the file and it just completely kills the computer.
I'm gonna pull the picture up and I'm just gonna show it to him, just see what happens. Okay, it doesn't work on people, so
No.
That's weird.
Yeah. So
That's weird.
There's something not normal.
Does it
about
mean anything
this.
to you?
I'd have to take another look at it.
I'm just holding up at his face like.
Can I take another crack at that there?
Sure.
Okay.
Cool. I want to use my code remerit.
Sure.
So instead of occult, he's going to use technology.
Okay.
Because I can use that once per session, and then I just interpret his answer.
Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, that gives me 1 extra die.
Yeah, it's better than what you had before.
That is correct.
That's fair.
Hey, do you have a better skill?
Nope.
Then there you go.
Yep. 2. Just 2.
2 successes.
Yep.
Yep. Those certainly are letters and numbers.
I'm gonna have to get another set of eyes on this. I can't tell what it is.
They're letters and numbers.
Definitely
Just
letters and numbers. I'm good at half of those.
Yeah.
I guess we don't use a computer.
No, so we're gonna have to do this like pen and paper. If I
Maybe you can
analog.
maybe you can dig up some. I don't think it's code.
Well, I don't. I don't know.
Are we meeting today?
I think we're meeting today.
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing, to be perfectly honest. I was told to do something and I did it, and now I'm just here.
Okay. It probably has to do with the stuff we talked about yesterday with the you thing and the everybody thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just like half walk towards Elena's room as I say the half of that sentence. Like I'm just gonna go.
Yeah. And I'm gonna stand there and wait for Cassandra or Charlotte or whoever else decides to show up. And so the sticky note is still on the door, and I hear music that is making me feel better, faster, and stronger. Correct?
The sticky note was brought with someone last episode, if I
I think
recall
I
correctly.
took the sticky
Hunter
note.
took it.
Yeah, Cassandra took it.
It now lives in my purse.
Along with
The
the
abyss.
shrink-wrapped clothing.
Like, there's no. She didn't. She couldn't have. I go and I put my ear to the door. No.
It
Word
sounds
it.
like Daft Punk.
Make it. Do it. Takes us.
I knock on the door. Hello?
You hear the tempo kind of pick up ever so slightly.
She didn't. Oh, God. Is Sandra nearby?
Sandra's at her desk.
Sandra, you're going to need to get some water and some vitamin B12 injections and some...
That's a weird request. I thought you guys were drinking blood.
There's 2... Just... You're going to need it. Just...
All right.
Oh, God.
And she like starts calling people.
And I text Charlotte. And it's just ... Really? ? Exclamation point.
What did he mean by this?
And I send her the I send robot head emoji, music notes, robot head emoji.
Oh, so good, right?
How much did this cost? Not that it is my business, in a second text.
She sends back. Dominate.
And I just close the text message and I look at Sandra. If she's done scrambling around, is there another way in to the boardroom?
Oh yeah, there is. We got this. I had this put in just to get into the boardroom, so that we didn't have to go through that closet all the time.
You
It's
mean
ridiculous.
You mean our boss's office?
Sure, it's a closet. It's fine. You can call it a closet.
Okay,
She's not here.
all right. So,
But Sandra is completely ignoring the sound system that Charlotte probably put in so that she could keep tabs on all of her employees. So she wanders over to a different kind of area. Like it's the way the boardroom is set up. It's basically like a large section of the actual floor, but there's the office of Charlotte on the one side, which is usually the way you would get into the boardroom. So she wanders off to the right side, kind of near the edge, near where the windows are, and she pushes on one particular tile that's on the wall, and it kind of swings open so that you can actually get into the boardroom.
Oh, this is handy.
Yeah, I had it done during the day.
Yeah, obviously. All right. Well, okay. And I'm gonna go into. I'm gonna go into the boardroom. Like this is. I mean, yeah, there's security, and then there's this. I guess this works. And I'm gonna just kind of sit down and just kind of twiddle my thumbs and maybe nod my head in time with the music that's still playing from her office.
It's actually kind of the sound system is set up in a way that the boardroom actually gets kind of a front row seat, as it were, of any music that's being played in Charlotte's office.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna wait for other people to show up. There's not a whole lot more for me to do because I can't figure out what the hell's going on with that number and letter sequence. So tag.
Is Cassandra going to be joining?
Yes, Cassandra will be showing up, walks in, still texting away, still Instagramming away. Totally unfazed by this secret entrance.
Just wanders into the secret entrance without really looking up from your phone.
Yeah, I mean, we go in here like all the time, right?
Hi.
First one's here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Shocking.
Yeah.
And she continues to Instagram.
And Harley is gonna just sit there and just kind of look awkwardly at the space like above her head and just not really say or do anything. And if it looks like her eyes are gonna like drift towards him, he's like, he's going to make a point to like, hey, I am not looking at you, even though I'm still technically not looking at you when I'm looking at you.
That's not at all confusing.
No.
So we'll kind of rack focus a little bit and head up to Charlie and Elena. Charlie, you see kind of what you have come to be used to seeing in Elena's chambers, which is the large ball of inky blackness.
Knock, knock, eyes of the beast.
Takes it off.
I'll just okay, and just drop it. Hi.
Hello, Charlie. How are you?
I'm okay. Am I bothering you? Are you in the thing?
No, you're all right.
Harley said that we were meeting, and so I was coming to get you.
Are you sure that I'm invited? He
Yeah,
didn't tell
you're.
me that, and he was up here a moment ago. He just told me to stop destroying things and killing things, according to Charlotte. Or Charlotte told him to tell me that, and then he left.
I think if you weren't invited and Charlotte told Harley to tell you something, Charlotte would have said you were uninvited to the meeting. That seems like a Charlotte thing. So you're probably still invited.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, I'm actually gonna come in and I'm gonna close the door really quick. Like make sure like nobody's in the hallway and close the door really quick, and sit down in front of her. I've been working on something.
Okay.
It's I've been working on the thing that I did that I got from Alexandru because thing that I was gonna help, and still trying, but and I'm going to attempt to use vicissitude to modify my looks merit.
All right.
So rouse, I'm good. This one's a multi-step process. First, I have to actually roll to succeed on the vicissitude,
Yes.
and that is 3 successes. So good. And then I have to do a Dex craft roll to up my looks level by 1 level from, in this case, beautiful to stunning.
Yes.
And I'm going to rouse dexterity. Pass. And
Damn.
yep. And 4 successes.
All right. Yeah, it takes a little bit of work. You're not quite used to it, but you're, manipulating things, and then all of a sudden,
Features sharpen a little bit, like skin just like, I don't know, like warm, like a bit more than blush of life warms a bit, and then just looks merit has increased, and Charlie is now, he's like 50% more pretty than he was before.
Weird flex, but okay.
And his you can just actually like watch like the skin on his face and whatever skin is available just manipulate in front of her, and then
She kind of she puts her hand up to touch his face.
did it work?
I must say, but I'm very impressed that you can do that now. How long have you been working on doing that specifically?
I've been working on on and off. It didn't always work. So far I can only affect me. But I think once I get better at affecting me, then I can actually do the thing where I can help the rest of you, if it comes to it, if you need it. If the stuff that happened is bad, or if you decide you don't want a bunch of bone around your heart or things like that.
That is very kind of you, and you are doing very well. I can tell.
I think if I get really good at it, I can probably make myself look like other people.
Why would you want to do that?
It could be useful.
Can you change it back?
Yeah, it just takes a bit of effort, but I might need like a week off or something. But I can probably change it back.
Good, because I wouldn't want you to stay looking like someone else. I like the way that you look now. Well, now is good, and before was good too, but you get what I mean.
Do you like before better or now better? Either's fine.
I think that I probably like the before better.
Okay. It'll take me.
Not trying to tell you that you need to, redo anything or do.
I mean, it'll take me a bit, but I probably can. And
No, don't worry. It's okay.
okay.
I know
Okay.
something else too that I would like to show you, but I can't do it here.
What is it?
I can't tell you. You didn't really tell me so much what you were doing, and I can't tell you what I can do. I have to show you.
I said I was working on the thing that I would. You knew the context.
I mean, you could have been working on anything.
I said it was the thing I got from Alexandru.
Alexandra can do lots of things. You could have been any one of those. That doesn't matter so much. I want to show you, and that's why I can't just tell you.
Is it a surprise?
Yes, I think so. In a way. Something that could be very helpful.
Okay.
Just trust me.
Okay.
Now, I don't know exactly when the meeting was supposed to be taking place, so I'm going to assume that we're probably already late.
Probably. But that's okay.
Yeah, I'm not super concerned about it.
Do you want to go though?
We probably should.
Okay.
I have a feeling that this might take a while.
Yeah. I was like I'll like stand up, take her hands, like help her up, and just head over towards the elevator. And
All right.
we'll eventually make it
And-
down
Mhm.
and into the room. And I guess for Harley in particular, because you just saw him, and for Cassandra, Charlie looks just a bit more handsome Squidward than he did before.
Okay. Huh.
And
Like,
as soon as
blow up.
everybody's in the boardroom, Charlotte, who's actually been downstairs waiting in her limo, watching the security camera, actually enters the building and heads up the elevator.
Totally checks out.
Yep.
might as well wait till everybody's there. You can make sure everybody's there before you actually show up. The grand entrance.
And then she's going to go through her door because she doesn't know that there's a secret door. And you'll hear her say, "Robots off," and then the music will stop.
Yeah,
And then she'll-
the music just stops dead, and then you hear like bodies kind of falling down.
Knew they were robots.
They're not robots.
You had about
She said robots.
maybe 20 minutes, give or take, before I was going to make them stop.
They're not
Maybe.
robots.
They can still stop playing.
Those might be robots.
That is exactly what I was afraid she was gonna say.
I did
And
not
then
make-
Charlotte will enter the boardroom.
I did not make-
Hello, my intrepid coterie.
Hi.
Uh,
Welcome back.
You guys look awful, except for Charlie.
Hi.
I think he just discovered highlighter.
I'm just wondering if you might be interested in an internship, but that's not here nor there. We're here to talk.
You already pay me.
It's a very good point.
Hi. So, hi. Yes, talk. Well,
How's
gosh,
everybody doing?
who wants to start?
Okay, first, before we actually start talking too much, is it a good idea to do so? And she's just gonna look at Harley.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
still gotta. We
What-
could probably start
what-
with that bit.
What's the problem?
Oh yeah, you missed that
Harley
group
joined
therapy
the Sabat.
session.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on vacation.
Harley made some
Harley joined the
friends.
Sabat.
He didn't
That-
join the Sabat.
That is exactly what that is. That is him joining the Sabat. That's
Harley-
what that
Harley-
does.
Harley's gonna
Look, I
get
pledged a
up.
lot of sororities I didn't join.
He's gonna grab the chair that he's been sitting in while everyone is still like talking. He's gonna throw it across the room.
Cassandra squeaks.
Why?
So everyone keeps forgetting that I didn't have a choice here. So yes, I'm in the Sabat. We're gonna get that over and out of the way right now.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't know where things are sitting with me, and I'll pay for the chair.
I'll take it out of your check.
Okay. And I'm gonna grab another chair, and I'm gonna sit down in it.
I'm actually a bit confused at what everybody's concern is about
And I just
Harley
point
joining
out
the
one
Sabat.
thing real quick. Just to point out, I was the one that was told not to destroy things.
Chair's still in one piece.
No one destroy anything just in general. Ground
Yeah.
rule for group therapy, no destroying things.
And if you ever felt like your humanity was stained for breaking a chair, then that would be a whole nother thing.
No. So no, here's the cliff notes after the party. You know how you helped me down to the car. I
Oh, yes, that was very nice of me.
Yes, it was, and I do say thank you.
As you should.
But after you left, I'm assuming it was Alexandru. don't know if Nyx has the. I don't even know how they did it anyway, but I got called, like, mentally, like, ooh, you come here, down to the sewer. And it was, basically stated that they wanted to help me resist whatever whatever Connor was doing. And it was a yes or no question, and I had right then and there to decide. And so I had to say yes to accept their help, and then they did some spooky blood magic bullshit, and now I guess, a member of the Sabbat. Hi.
Mazel tov. Yeah, I don't really see what the problem is. Half of you weren't in the Camarilla before we all joined together. I don't feel the need to be rigidly in anything.
So I
consider yourself to be like an arranged marriage. It's like a sign of good faith between us and the Sabbat, since we all intend to be working together anyway, right?
That's kind of how I'm interpreting the situation, but no, Alina does have a point. At what point in time do I start being a security risk for whatever we're trying to do? And I'm obviously not in any position to be making that kind of a decision.
You said that they've strengthened your mind.
I don't know if that's the term for it.
So, like, I don't know. If I were to say something like, Harley, heal.
And he's gonna go blank-faced. He stands right behind Charlotte, right over her shoulder, his arms in front of him.
And then she'll look out at everybody else in the coterie and she'll be like, what security risk?
Okay, one, I don't understand. We're going to talk about that later. Security risk being that if at any point something that we decide that we need to do does not line up with their agenda, then all they have to do is ask Harley, and
Yeah, but
really have
I'm
a
in charge.
choice. For now, you are, but when it comes to what they can do and what they wanted to have happen,
we have to hope that you know ahead of time to do that before he goes and does the thing.
Okay, but like, super no offense, Harley, and I really mean this in the nicest way.
You can't hear
Alexandru lives like 3 floors down. If he
Mhm.
wanted to do something to us, he doesn't need to go through Harley to do it.
I think you're gonna have to say it again so Harley can hear you, because he's a little at the moment.
Yeah.
Can
Can you let him on this?
Oh, yeah, down boy.
You with us?
How's your head?
fuck, did you two decide? Whatever.
And out of character, have we settled on if I'm cognizant during that time or not? I don't think we actually settled that in or out of character.
Apparently, we just decided.
Okay.
I think
There was that time.
You might be, but part of the directive is to forget it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. So
Yeah, and the one time that you were told that we talked about it at the party, I then just clouded your memory because you said you wish you didn't know that. So
okay. All right, so whenever Manchurian Candidate happens, it's just like he goes completely catatonic okay. So he himself experiences a fugue state, and then I got it. We're good.
Just like in Naked Gun.
Okay. I had the more highbrow reference. I mean,
I don't do highbrow. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Off
Welcome to
topic.
the meat room.
Okay,
Yeah. What the?
Cassandra, you had a point.
How did?
My
Cassandra
point
has
was,
a good point. Yes.
they don't need Harley. Not not for what Elena's worried about. If Nixodon and Alexandru want to do something to us, one of them lives like 3 floors that away.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And I mean,
true.
Harley's
Fine.
great and very dangerous and etc., etc., etc. But think about who we're talking about. They did this to Harley so that they've got a bargaining chip so that we'll all have to do it sooner or later, which was clearly their plan from day one anyway, and I think we all knew that.
It's not really going to happen, though.
Uh-huh.
Somebody had to bite the bullet, but at the end of the day,
Why don't we
Good.
just go ask Alexander what the intentions are?
I mean, I think we know because he already offered it. We can.
We know
Before we
that he offered that, but he did more than just offer to Harley. They went as far as summoning him to them.
Which I really don't understand because that would imply that Harley had some connection to him in the first place. Either was like empowered, like, you know, domineered by him or
Which
already
is why
drank.
I want to find.
I don't know.
I think
how it
that
happened.
question's probably better addressed to Nixodon. This seems more like she made the call and Alexandru hopped to it.
Do you want to go to the sewers?
No.
Okay, that's why I said to Alexander.
Okay, but let's be honest here. If someone were to say, ask me why Elena does the things she does, I'm not going to tell them. They would have to talk to Elena to get an answer. And yes, I am comparing you to the scary one here.
you are a scary one.
So Charlotte, on the subject of Harley having more mental strength against what is going on, a suggestion was made yesterday by me in conjunction with a suggestion that I made to Cassandra about some mental fortification.
Oh, like a flame wall on a computer.
Yeah, firewall.
What did I say?
Flame wall, and firewall. No, you're close enough. The horseshoes, it works. Yes,
Mhm.
firewall.
A firewall in your brain. That's a good idea. I like it.
I'll just look over to Cassandra, like just to check on her, like what I'm about to suggest on behalf of both of them is okay. Just like,
Sandra doesn't look stoked.
Cassandra, I'm disappointed you don't trust me.
You know I was in the room when I just saw that heel thing, right?
so I wasn't suggesting that.
Yeah, but like...
The suggestion that was made, Charlotte, was that when we were all taken aback by Connor, you were the only one that wasn't.
Mhm.
And
Because I'm so great.
I think it has to do with some inherent traits of yours that those two could benefit from.
So you want them to eat part of Charlotte?
I think in the same way that I've been able to grow what I can do, you two would benefit greatly from having this, both short term and long run.
Oh, no.
This is the you said okay yesterday.
Yeah, I assumed we were talking about like teaching, not like how you and Elena have been teaching.
That's how you learn.
That's how.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to do that unless you want to.
It's the easiest way I can think of to help keep you from being pulled in by Connor against your will over and over again.
I'm not good at that. That tends to go poorly for me. That's something I don't do for reasons.
Is it something we can help with? Because the other option is that you are just, especially if you want to do the thing that you said you wanted to do, the other option is that you're going in unprepared and getting dangled around by him. And I'm not comfortable with that.
Well, you know that whole like meth not even once PSA?
Uh-huh.
That's sort of how I do the writing thing. Not even once.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good for me in the long run.
Okay. Okay. That's gonna make it difficult to.
I guess the question is, who would you rather have pulling your strings?
Well, you, yeah.
I know.
Out
Your
of those
best
two
friend or
options,
your creepy sire.
this just seems like a door I probably shouldn't be opening based on past history of doing this.
What past
And
history
that-
do you have,
Okay,
Cassandra?
yes, go ahead.
Um,
You, you get attached really easily.
yeah, I fall in love real fast, real easy.
Ah, but I love you too.
Oh, I love you too. But
See,
like
it's
as friends,
Perfectly fine.
and not like as an obsessive compulsive stalker, which is sort of how I tend to get when this happens.
Ah, but what about a combination effort? A little bit of the dog thing, a little bit of the drink thing. I can set you up in such a way that maybe I can stop that.
At least until it runs out.
Cassandra's kind of looking around at the group, waiting for someone to save her from this, and it's pretty clearly not coming.
Harley's.
And that's when Connor shows up. No, I'm kidding.
You can see like
We'll do it. We'll do it now.
Harley's trying to do some mental checkers, trying to figure out what exactly happened that like 20 seconds ago. And he's not really paying attention to the most of the conversation. He catches on that. Oh wait, yeah. We could probably like table that for now. We know that's an option. If
But why are we tabling that for now? We could end up running into Connor now.
if he comes in here right now,
Then we all hide behind Charlotte.
I mean, even if Cassandra said yes, it would be too soon right now. So there's that.
so we don't need to do it like right now. And quite frankly, that I mean, I'm not comfortable drinking in front of everybody. I don't know about you, Cassandra.
Yeah, definitely not. Not in front of everyone for sure.
So we'll discuss that later. If we think that it's going to be necessary, I would like that personally need to be the last straw, just because we've already got how many boons against us collectively. How many?
I would say that you don't have any.
I'm trying to group effort, but
Technically, by my count of it, Nixodon already owes boons.
I'm talking
rather than us.
externally. Externally, though.
Why
Give
do
for
we have to
Cassandra,
owe
one for me.
anything? No, you don't.
Elena's suggestion was that just sort of fall out of the record.
I mean, it can, but not without enough backing. Now that's insignificant backing.
And I have a major boon to me from Nixodon.
What are you gonna do if that marker gets called in, though? Are you?
What, he calls in a boon from Cassandra?
Yeah, and he does it in front of everybody. Like,
There was never a boon owed. That is what the part of Nixodon comes into play.
There is the weird part where nobody else was in the room with us when.
There's a song like that from something that a play. I think it was the.
Unless you saw it live.
No, it was. I heard it. Was it? Oh, the one about the people that are really old, and I just never mind.
okay.
Fiddler on the Roof?
No. They were talking about making plans over like dinner or something, and nobody was there to hear it. Nobody knows really what happened.
This is probably a Beatles song.
Probably.
I think before we decide whether or not stuff falls in or out of the records I keep, we should find out how much clout Connor actually has in the city. Because
We-
if stuff's falling out of the record and it turns out that he's super well connected, that's really bad.
We
But if he just
should.
showed up to be an asshole, well, I mean, stuff gets forgotten all the time.
Yeah, we should look into that because I cannot fathom how he has that much pull when he did things that would have gotten him executed here 40-ish years ago.
Different time, different prince.
I mean, yeah, but he still violated major Camarilla rules.
Did he?
That doesn't really. Yeah, he.
See, I'm just
Yeah.
playing the same game that we would try playing with the Boons. That's not.
Okay, well, yeah, yeah. If part of the traditions of the Camarilla is being responsible for your childer, and he turned Cassandra and ditched, which goes against. I don't remember which number it is at this point off the top of my head. It's been a little bit, but it is one of the 6, and he didn't do that part. So,
I mean, does the Camarilla have lawyers actually to settle this kind of shit?
I just point at Cassandra.
Oh, that's me.
Harpy.
That is
Toreador Primogen.
that is seriously the only control in place is a harpy.
Well, I mean, there's also Justicars and whatnot, but you don't want to get to that level.
Yeah, and I mean, what if the Harpy back then just had stuff fall out of the record at his request?
Witness. And plus, it's actually pretty easy to determine who your sire was. I think that like your not girlfriend can do that probably.
More than likely.
And he very publicly ran away. So
I'm just urging caution here that playing the it fell off the back of the truck thing with Boons and shit like that's. I personally would recommend it.
Okay. I am not necessarily saying that we played the it fell off the back of the truck thing. I'm saying that it never happened. And if I need to cash in both of my boons from Nixodon, I will do that to ensure that it never comes back to us.
And then if Nixodon says, "Hey, guess what? Yeah, I don't owe you shit."
There was a lot of fucking witnesses down there. That's all I'm going to say.
I know. I'm just saying that. Never mind. And I'm just gonna sit down and just kind of just watch the exchange. Yeah.
we
Not to
can
mention the whole Sabat thing. That that's wouldn't be looked upon as incredibly positive.
get to the part about how we handle the boons in a bit because we have to actually determine if he even has enough standing for us to care in the first place. Because if we can play this game, but if it turns out that he actually has ingratiated himself into the Camarilla of the city at this point, then
Very different degree of a problem.
right, which I cannot believe that he did that. He's always been the kind of person to swing around what isn't actually there. So
Right.
I'm betting on that.
Well,
We have to confirm that.
okay, so I mean that's if you want dirt on the guy, if you want shit figured out, just I'll go take care of it.
Connor Lelout. Lelout. Lelout.
Lelout.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's something relatively safe and relatively out of the way that I can do to contribute.
Yeah. And then we can figure out, and then from there we can figure out if we need to worry about the boon thing, if you two need the additional fortification thing. All of it kind of hinges on who the fuck is Connor right now.
Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming that I've got the okay to like name drop who, everyone here in this room if I need to get information. I'm not going to be making boon obligations on anyone's behalf by any stretch of the imagination, but like,
Yeah.
okay. So if someone needs shaken down, I can be like, hey, yeah, I happen to have Charlie on speed dial, and that's not a good thing to get him involved.
Especially
Okay.
not with this. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Got it.
I'll melt their brain.
And well, if there's nothing else, I'll just get to work.
Then we have a
I'll
plan.
melt their brain.
And so Harley's actually going to get up, and he's going to go out through the secret passage because
All right.
What the hell was that?
Was that door always there?
And I'm going to once I'm out of eyesight, I'm going to use unseen passage, so I can move about. And
enough.
I'm now at hunger 3.
Hey, where are you going? You should probably go back there and eat some of them. I mean, you're gonna get that mental fortitude thing anyway, so you might as well just finish the job.
Hey, no, we're gonna get takeout later. Promise, takeout later.
Are you sure?
Yes, takeout.
I don't believe you.
No. Would I ever lie to you, buddy? Come on, takeout.
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah. So
You're forgetting that I'm you.
you're also my sire and me because I ate him and
Little column A, little column B.
right. And so I'm gonna go up to my room, and I'm gonna finish packing my bag.
All right. What is everybody else doing now that Harley has exposed the hidden
Just
passage right off the bat?
just looking around at everybody else, go. I guess that was everything. How was your vacation?
Oh, it was wonderful. I got a great tan.
Great.
Charlotte, could I make a request for our floor, and perhaps even all of the floors?
What kind of request?
I was thinking that it might be a good idea to get some of that like living carpet grass stuff to put down. I think it would be a good idea for all of us to be more acquainted with the earth.
Grass.
You want
Ground.
grass indoors.
Yes. I think it would be more grounding for all of us.
That's a
Especially
stupid idea.
for
I
me.
love it. I'll make sure I figure out how to get it done.
I don't
Thank
want
you so
grass
much.
on my floor.
I don't have a floor.
I mean, it would help me significantly, so that way that I'm more grounded, you know. Less breaking things, perhaps.
I don't
Well-
even know how you do such a thing, but I'd love to spend the money to find out.
Like a Zen garden.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Um,
Yeah, look at
Anything to make sure
Cassandra.
my employees are comfortable.
I'm gonna look at Cassandra and say, "See, I told you she was reasonable." And also walk out.
I'm
Said
I'm
she
gonna go.
wasn't
I'm gonna
reasonable?
I'm gonna follow Elena, but I'm gonna stop at Cassandra's and just like lean over and go. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to, but if you're gonna do your plan, then I don't want you to go in without help. Okay?
I getcha.
Pat her on the shoulder and follow Elena out because she said she had something to show me, so I'm just blindly going along with that.
Fair
So
enough.
that was my pep talk.
It was good. I think we all benefited.
Good. I do specialize in leadership.
Yeah, I don't want grass on my floor.
I didn't think so. It's unless it was red.
Also, no dirt.
Still. Yeah, I don't know what she's thinking, but whatever
She's trying
keeps
to
her from
prove some
killing
kind
me.
of point. That's
What's
all we're
the-
ever
what's
trying
the
to
point?
avoid. I don't know, that she's not a crazed, blood-hungry monster who's trying to submerge herself in shadow every 4 seconds. She's
She wants to
failing
prove
at
that
it.
she's not a monster by making indoors more like the woods.
Look, she's a tough gal. She's not a smart one.
I'm the smart one.
See? We've got all
We
our
all have our
bases
roles.
covered.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Surely nothing can go wrong.
on that particular declaration, it's time for a break. So come back in about 5 minutes, and we will continue on the semi-group therapy, though it's going to be individual therapy from this point on, I think.
We'll see what happens.
The therapy's going badly.
Come on back. back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back from the break. We are going into individual therapy sessions now because group therapy, from what I could tell as a storyteller, did amazing.
Went great.
Everybody's on the same page now. So now we
Pep
just
talk.
got to get under the expert tutelage of Charlotte and the pep talk.
The great pep talk.
Yeah, it was a good pep talk.
Yep.
So
The pep talk was, I'm in charge.
You're going to listen to
That
me.
stuffy Brit would be so proud of you right now.
So I've got, once again, another list. Let's see. Learning time with Professor Charlotte, we already did. Okay, so we are moving down the list, and it is, let's see what Elena is doing. Is Elena going back to the shadow area?
No, if Charlie's following, then she's going to go down, and essentially she's going to be leaving the building
Okay.
and looking for that sweet little spot in the grass. Hopefully there's grass somewhere in Vancouver, I'd hope.
There's plenty of grass in Vancouver.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure if it was like one of those places that's just a concrete jungle.
It is not. That would be Seattle.
Yeah.
So with Charlotte's building, I can only assume that it is one of those buildings that has the kind of like just out the beginning or the open area. It's got like the kind of hill that leads up to the main entrance, and it's like got the Charlotte Industries thing on the grass, and there's like a little, there's lights shining up on the Charlotte Industries.
It's primo real estate.
Yeah. So yeah, there's like a little bit of a hill that's right there.
Then Elena would be heading to that hill, and
Just following.
when she gets there, she's gonna like turn around to Charlie and just like, okay, so I kind
Yeah.
of I've been trying to really kind of connect to what I can do, and I have figured something out that I think could be very beneficial to all of us. And she'll kind of stand back for a second, and then all of a sudden you're just gonna see like these inky shadows kind of swirling up, and then as soon as they swirl up, she just sinks into the ground.
And that's a rouse check.
I know. I forgot about that. Shit.
I'm just gonna walk
Good
over and
though.
just. I'm gonna walk over and just like kind of like kick at the area with my foot.
There's like a few wisps of shadow that are still there as you're kicking them around.
I'm gonna crouch down, like put my ear against the ground, like see like if I can hear her. What?
All you hear is
Yeah, so I think she's down there. Okay. Good. What?
And so then
earth?
I'm going to essentially kind of travel through the ground a little and just kind of come back out of the ground. a few feet
behind
away.
him or on the same side that he's kind of looking
Oh,
at.
let's do behind him. That'd be fun.
Teleports behind him.
And then yeah,
That was kind of me not hoping for that because it would freak him out, but okay, sure, let's run with that.
So yeah, come up from behind him and then what do you think? Oh, sorry about that. Are you okay? Should I not do that?
That was really that was cool. How?
So I've been kind of sort of trying to figure things out with the shadows and with what I can do, what I can't do, and try to expand upon it a bit because I did not like so much that I could not do more than what I did the other night. And so that's what I've been doing, and I just sort of figured it out.
Isn't the shadow thing? Is the ground thing?
I can go into the ground and I can move.
How far can you move?
I don't know. I haven't really tested it that far.
Do you think you can like move across the street, or is it like a few feet thing, or?
It doesn't work so well with like roads or concrete, or I can't really even do it in the building. That's why I asked Charlotte to get me grass and dirt.
Is that gonna be enough grass?
I hope so. I'm gonna
Does it have to be like a
try
full
it
thing,
and
or is
see.
it like a? Is
I
it just
don't
need
know.
like that much?
I'm sort of testing it. Hey, perhaps you could do that thing that you did the numbers and calculate what the success factor might be.
I'd have to figure out how you did that first.
That could be a problem. I don't really know how I do it. I just do.
Are you still a full person when you go in?
No, not quite like that. It's
Do you turn into dirt?
no, I don't really turn into dirt. It's like, okay, so you saw the shadows, and they just kind of absorbed in. It's like,
Is it like that TV show from the 90s where the girl turned into the liquid thing?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's kind of like being, I don't know, like a melding together, like. I don't really know how to explain it other than it just, I'm not a solid person. It's not like I just like burrow into the ground or something like that. It's just more so like like water. You mentioned water, so like when you pour the water on the ground and it absorbs in.
Okay, so it is like the girl thing.
I don't know what you're talking about, but if you can understand what I'm saying, then okay.
Okay, yes. That would make the success rate a lot higher because it's not just, like all 5 foot something of you going down in a solid block. But I mean, it's a lot of wow.
I thought it might become useful at some point. Granted, it won't do really any good if like I'm inside of a place, but if we're not inside of a place, or I can lure somebody outside of a place, or just little things like that, then it could come into handy.
That's really neat. It's really neat.
I'm trying to sort things out a bit more. There's a lot of things that I can do, that I know that I can do, but I've never really tried to expand on it so much, and I think that I need to do that.
I mean, learning is good. I mean, it helps to get a better sense of the full picture of you, right?
Yes.
So that can be good.
I didn't mean to scare you so much.
I just didn't expect you to come back up behind me. That was confusing.
Sorry about that. I will try not to do that in the future.
Okay.
But it could be handy if there's somebody else like there that I don't like, then perhaps
Yes.
then I could do that, and then then I can take their heart out, and it would be fantastic.
That's a choice. Yes. That could certainly work.
I thought it might, so, and I'm going to continue to try to tap into what I can do. And
Are you gonna go talk to Harley about all the stuff that's been going on?
oh, that was a very hard turn, I think is the right terminology to use for that. I don't know.
I was thinking about it a lot because like you seem because you seemed very off put by what happened, and now we're doing the like the thing. This could be very useful in the future. So I'm just dot connect.
I don't know. I don't really know what to say to Harley right now. I don't really know if I should or if I can or what he has said or what he hasn't said, and I don't know if it would be a good idea for me to. I don't know.
For what it's worth, I fully believe that he would not have done this if he thought at all that it could hurt us.
For what it's worth, I think he would have known better than to do that. But nonetheless, it did happen, and
I just mean that Harley's the kind of person that if he didn't have a choice in the matter, but he thought it would hurt us, he would do something stupid instead, and he didn't.
And that's what worries me, because he would have known that something like this would probably not be a good idea, and the fact that it still happened, then that means that there's probably something else, some other sort of manipulation.
No, I think it means that the other option is that he didn't come back.
I don't
And
know.
I think he thought maybe we could do something more with this. Remember how you said I should trust you? Trust me.
Mhm.
Trust me. I am actually very certain on this one. If he thought that this was going to be bad for us, for him, for you, this wouldn't have happened.
Charlie, do you remember that story about the girl that I told you about?
Mm-hmm.
So what you don't know is that once upon a time ago, that girl was me.
I kind of figured, but I wasn't sure.
And what happened is essentially in Barcelona during the Dia de los Muertos celebration, there is a ceasefire, much like we are trying to do. In Barcelona, you don't have the cam or the sabat that really fight each other so much. It's not really allowed.
Mm-hmm.
But
You talked about that.
One night, during the celebration, they choose a person, and that person is embraced into their life, and that person gets to experience things that nobody in their wildest dreams could imagine. They have full control over the entire city, and even beyond that, they can tell any kindred to do something, and they have to do it. It's like being a queen or a king. No one to really answer to. You just point your finger and say something, and it happens.
What's the catch?
Just before dawn, they stake that person and leave them in the sun.
Why?
I never found that out. I don't know.
Okay, so we don't do that.
I just know that at some point I overheard a conversation which sort of started making me listen in a bit more, pay more attention to what was going on around me rather than being caught up in the moments that were happening. And the moment that I got my chance to do so, I ran.
You should have, because that sounds really culty and not good.
The only thing that I can really say for sure is that there was a person there, and I don't know who he was, but I remember he was there when I woke, which was not a good moment either. And I ran and I hid between this sort of space between a bridge and not a bridge. I didn't really know what else to do. They were all looking for me, and that is the only spot that I could find that I thought they wouldn't look. He found me there, and from there he actually helped me to hide, and I never... No idea who it was. After that, the next night, because it was very close to dawn when all of that happened already, and the next night I left. I met Harley in, I think it was Seattle, and it was not a great moment for me then either. But he knows all of that. He knows what happened.
I'm gonna take her hands really quick. Just go. You were able to get out of a difficult situation because you had somebody that was there for you to help you, and you didn't up until that point. And we're going into this situation with that. We've all got each other here, and he's got us, and he knows the situation that you dealt with, and he knows better than to do something that would endanger us, that would endanger you. And so this situation that we're in is something that can be worked through and out of, and a situation that we can succeed in. But to do that, we have to work together and help each other like that person helped you. That's the only way that we escape from it, is help and trust.
I didn't really think about it in that term.
We can do this together.
I've sort of been a bit... never tell anybody that I'm telling you this, but I might have been just a little bit afraid of it, of what he did and what would come from that. And
I know you're afraid. I imagine he's afraid too. But we can get through this. We just need to work together and be together. Okay?
I think I should probably talk to Harley soon.
I think so. I'm gonna reach in like I got you something though, and I'm pulling out a book. I'm putting it in her hand. On thing that we talked about the other day. I thought maybe a different perspective could help.
Thank you, Charlie.
I'll let you go. You go talk, okay?
All right.
And Charlie's gonna kiss her on the cheek and walk away. And the book is Know Thyself by Naeem Akbar.
Nice.
And Charlie's gonna go home and leave the scene to everybody else that's actually at the tower.
Charlie's like, I'm gone, out of here.
Charlie out. Right. So Elena is going back into Charlotte Industries. Speaking of Charlotte Industries, Charlotte and Cassandra, what are the two other ladies up to?
We're just on our phones in the same room.
Yeah. Yeah. Millennial bonding.
Mm-hmm. Every once in a while, I'll show her a TikTok.
You're
They
liking
take some
each other's
selfies
tweets.
together.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to jump to Elena going to pay Harley a visit.
All right. So while Elena and Charlie were outside having their talk, Harley's been going through his room, trying to find the essentials, what can be left behind, what he can come back for later. But he's not planning on staying the rest of the night here in the building. But anyone coming upon his room will see that it's been tossed. Like Hurley's relatively clean even for a computer type, but yeah, his place has been ransacked as he's like, oh, where did I leave this? Oh, where's that USB key that had that one thing on it? But so he's going about looking for stuff, and he does have heightened senses active, and he's keeping an ear out for the ding of the elevator or the opening of a door in the at the end of the hallway for the fire stairwell. But he's packing up his rucksack and he's getting the hell out of Dodge.
Ding.
Gonna bring the sack with me. I'm actually gonna, at that point in time, I'm gonna go to as far away from the door as possible, and I'm actually going to activate Cloak of Shadows and just stay there.
All right. That will require a roll.
No, it doesn't. This is free.
Oh, it doesn't.
Nope.
You just sit there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Elena's going to go to his room and kind of look around. I'm really glad that I have my own area now, because I don't have to deal with this later when you need to clean it up. We can do this the hard way or the easy way, but I'm going to tell you, you're not going to like the hard way because it involves a lot of glitter.
I understand that. And he... and he's rucksack's down on the floor. He's keeping his hands clearly visible.
Are you planning to leave?
I thought that was... I mean, no one told me to, but I just assumed that you wouldn't be all too comfortable sharing the same floor as me right now, so I'm doing us both a favor.
And where would you go?
Well, there's my old place. There's another place that I've been working on. There's other places that I can go if I need to.
Okay, let's take a moment and think about that. That is dumb.
Okay.
Nobody has told you to leave.
I know that.
Nobody has said anything about not wanting you to be around or anything. I've only mentioned that I didn't know whether it was safe or not.
If I were to look under my bed some more and try to find that Bible, make you put your hand on it, would you be able to say right now 100% that you trust me 100%?
How often do I trust anybody 100%?
You know what I mean.
So, about that, I would probably be able to do that now, considering, but um, one way or the other. You know what? It doesn't even matter so much. You're trying to make a point, and I understand that. I'm just getting more into the whole technicality of things. Um, it's sort of occurred to me with the help of our very numbered friend that I am not being as good of a friend to you as you were to me before.
There's a lot to unpack there. Um,
Just understand if you repeat anything that I'm telling you, I'm going to kill you.
uh, yeah.
Okay. So, back to that. There was once upon a time that I needed a significant amount of help. And you didn't have to do that, but you did.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna let that happen to anybody, and no, that was both of us being in the wrong place at the right time. Um,
No. You went beyond that, and I'm not really doing what I should be. I am more concerned with what implications this could have for myself, and not so concerned with what implications it could have for you. And that is wrong of me to do that.
can I just say one thing, and you promise you're not going to hit me or throw me across the room?
No promises, but go ahead.
It was really shitty of everyone to assume that I had a choice in the matter, and to keep playing that angle. And that I just needed to get that off my chest. I know that's after I was given the opportunity to explain myself, people started to understand that. But I still get I still get the feeling that that's not. Look, I'm having a hard time with this myself. All right, you all are having a hard time with this. This is a really fucked up spot to be in, and especially given what we've. Yeah. But
It is a very difficult position for all of us, yes. It is scary to think that that is a factor for all of us to have to deal with. At some point or another, it's going to come up. And I want you to know that no matter what, I'm going to be here for you when you need help. And I also might have a sort of probably a crazy idea, but we tend to do things
unconventionally.
I don't want to sit around so much and wait for Connor to show up again, or to find out what it is that Alexandru and Nixidon are planning to do with you and the Sabat thing.
Let's can we just assume that is going to, we're not going to be in a position to do anything about the Nixodon thing, even if we wanted to right now. What, you know what I mean?
All right,
But
I understand that.
but
But what I'm going to ask you now is that I think it might not be a terrible idea to.
kill Connor.
Oh no, that's going to happen. I already have that penciled in somewhere.
Okay, because I mean,
I really don't have it penciled in. It's just something that Charlotte has said a few times, and I don't know what it means.
well, you and I both know what happens to. Like, I'm look, on one hand, you and I can agree that there's a lot of motherfuckers that need heads removed, but
Precisely.
there's when I said that there's a lot to unpack, this whole thing with you going and starting to like spend all your time in Hot Topic, that this is
What is that?
Oh my god.
I love you, Brennan. Thank you.
What the fuck? Oh my
We should have that ready for anytime anyone says hot topic from now on.
Thank you. I'm leaving this in, by the way. That's awesome. but no, the you and I we have to have we're gonna have to have a talk about what we talked about the last time that we ended up in this sort of bullshit situation. And look, I think if we keep kicking that can down the road, we're going to eventually reach the point where we're not going to be able to have that conversation because we're going to be dead or something is going to happen. So I'm just going to say, you can, if you wanna ride the little red wagon to hell, by all means. You're my friend, and I'm gonna do what I can to keep that from happening. And that was part of the whole me leaving. You all know I fucking suck at this, so can we just say that I think it's best if I just a couple of days so we can sort this out. Just give me some space. I need to get out of here for just a few days. I'll be safe. I've got a place that's not here. I'll be with other friends, associates.
Go.
I'll be back, but just for now.
No. You're coming with me, or I'm going with you, rather. We're going to do this together. That's what I told you about it, didn't you? Remember? It's my turn to be the good friend now. This isn't something that you have to do by yourself. And Florence is really pissed off.
Charlie went home. That's just some stray dog that got into the building.
The werewolf. No,
Okay, that.
Damn bonars.
All right, that. Okay. All right, if.
you're not alone in this, Ireland.
And I really appreciate that. But you and I are really good friends. We've been really good friends. You're the closest I've got to, anything. So, let's we're gonna work on this. I'll work on this. You trust me. I trust you. We'll do this together. All right. I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'll be right next door. But when the time comes though to when we have to start removing heads, there's going to be a line that is going to be very firm, and we're just going to try to work through that together as well. Because you're my friend, and you're gonna help me through my bullshit. I'm gonna help you through your bullshit. So we're gonna do this.
So your bullshit better have given you some kind of really neat side effects or something, because mine gave me really cool things to do too.
I haven't actually tried anything yet. I don't even know if that's something that can. I don't know.
I need to figure that out because, again, like I said, what I've been doing has been beneficial, and I can do new things now.
Awesome. So like, is it something that kind of like how you do with the whole like arms thing? You lift them up and then I just
It's so much more creepier than that. Can I show you? Come with me. Let's go. And I'm gonna grab his arm and just
and I'm gonna
kick him down to the hill.
and I'm gonna, but I've gotta, and then we're just gonna like. And
To the hill we go.
And I'll just tag along.
Going to the hill.
Go into the hill.
The patch of grass.
The patch of grass.
I'd like to imagine that Charlotte and Cassandra just eventually look out the window and just see Elena like frolicking on this hill.
It's like, why does she keep taking people to that patch of grass?
And
I don't know. Do you think it's a sex thing?
Catholic sex thing?
But as we're going down, I'm actually gonna I'm gonna text Cassandra. Dinner? Question mark.
Cassandra texts back a thumbs up emoji and a
Charlotte
wine
just
glass.
text you and not me.
No, this-
Charlotte says looking out the window.
No, this is my other friend Harley from college that I went to.
I text back thumbs up. Art gallery. And then I'll
Right then.
Not a drop dead.
and then I'll be just following Elena out to the grass.
And then, yeah, as soon as she gets out there, she's just gonna be like, all right, stay right there and just watch. And I'm gonna move a few feet away, and just the same thing happens. The shadows swirl up and then just drop, sinking right into the ground like water being poured into the ground.
Rouse check.
Damn it! Another
For Charlotte
one.
and Cassandra seeing this happen through the window still.
I'm
You're
definitely
watching her. You just watch her go.
It's like
Do you think
that
she's
Michael
gonna take us
Jackson
out?
music video.
Think she's gonna take us out there and show us the nifty stuff?
Do you want to just say we already saw it?
I bet she doesn't even invite us.
Probably won't. I wasn't even mean to her today. I made Harley be mean to her.
Yeah, I was really proud of you. That was progress.
I'm shocked that he did it. I guess being a whole bride to the Sabbat thing is really giving him some nuts.
I've heard it can do that.
So I'm standing there watching my Nosferatu, the motherfucker's talking shit, and
you just see them like standing in the window.
I'm
Like,
and I actually like, and then oh no, that is fucking awesome, and I'm actually poking the grass.
And I will come up from behind.
Again.
Like,
Yeah.
yep. What
Uh,
are you doing?
I wanna try a Dex and Brawl because I think I know that she's gonna try pulling that shit on me. I want to try a Dex and Brawl I want to try to spin. I'm not gonna try to do any damage. I want to try to catch her wrist as she comes up out of the ground.
Sure.
Okay, because I know
They've been friends long enough. You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
when your best friend knows your bullshit.
Mm-hmm. That is at
a willpower roll from the sounds of it.
No. That was almost a messy crit. That is
Almost.
that is 2 successes.
Sort of catching her wrist. Like you catch one wrist, but the other one.
It was just like I'm like, like I'm just like guessing. Like
It was almost cool.
Mm-hmm.
He
It
tried.
doesn't have the effect that he was looking for. Sorry. Oh, but no, that is definitely. I mean, Gangrel do this shit, right? This is.
I do this.
Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is so fucking cool.
But I can't do it like all the time. Like I can't do it inside the building. That's why I asked Charlotte to bring in some dirt and grass.
Oh, so you can
You wanted
practice.
to teleport in grass. Charlotte has now put it together from
Oh
the
my God,
window.
you think that's why she wanted grass in the building?
What was it? It sounded so stupid. She wanted to get closer to the ground. We're on the
Yeah, that sounded like
15th
some
floor.
Wicca bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so you can practice. That actually makes a lot
No,
of.
not necessarily to practice, but so that if she can put it throughout the building, then I can do that anywhere.
And not putting grass everywhere in the building.
No way.
Oh, that would
So
actually.
that way, if anything happens, like they did at the other place, then I can just move around.
That's yeah. Oh, this is so cool.
And then she's gonna lean over. She goes, and then Trevor won't be the only thing that can be in like the big rooms and stuff like that. I can do all the little things.
Oh shit. And I actually look up at the window at Charlotte and Cassandra, and I'm like,
Up to.
oh, fucking cool.
Oh, they saw it too.
Well, yeah, look, they're watching out the window.
We quickly turn away.
Yeah, both turned their backs on it, like they were never paying any attention.
If they saw it, then I don't have to do it again.
Right.
later, so that's fine.
Right, but no, this is. And I'm actually gonna text the group chat. I don't care who you are. This is fucking cool.
I don't
I'm
get
gonna
that message.
I'm gonna text back. Did she do the ground thing?
Yes.
Thumbs up to the group chat, and then I'm just gonna message Elena off to the side and say, "I went home. If you get hungry later."
Her date except me.
So.
Yeah. Totally gonna be hungry.
So I think that they might actually sit down on the grass maybe a little bit, and they actually they don't talk about work. They're having a hey, yeah, so such and such intern. Oh yeah, I heard that he's got a crush on so and so up on 5. And
Do you know if that one that Cassandra likes is still alive or not?
oh, Adam, Alex.
I thought this was Ken.
No, I'm pretty sure that it's Axel. It's Axel, yeah, because he's got kind of like that douchey like swoop haircut. He looks like an Axel.
I was really sure that it was Ken though, but whatever.
Yeah,
Either way, is he still alive? Like, does he live still?
I would think so. I mean, as far
I
as
mean, I have not seen him around so much lately.
well, he's been like in rotation. He's been getting worked over pretty good, and not in a fun way.
I'm going to be honest with you. All of your feeding habits are really kind of weird.
Well, not that you have room to talk.
How do I not?
Well, I mean, we've all got our own little idiosyncrasies. It's
You're
not.
the people that are sleeping, so you're going to give them crazy nightmares. Cassandra has to do the thing to them,
Right.
and then Charlotte has to. I don't really know what Charlotte does. I think she just have coffee or something in them. And then I don't really know what Charlie does either, but I think it has to do with people.
Well, most
Probably.
most kindred have. I don't know how he. That's that's probably not a. If he's taking pains to not show off how he feeds, it's probably best that we just leave it alone. And
Oh no, I'm going to ask him now because now I need to know.
that's. Are you sure that that's a good idea?
Of course, why wouldn't it be?
I'm just saying, sometimes you don't take the Band-Aid off because you don't want to know what it looks like underneath.
No, you always take the band-aid off. It has to get air.
That actually. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry. I just. There's a line there in my head. It's when
I got nothing. I got nothing.
That broke me.
I was just like, what? How did we get to a Band-Aid analogy?
Oh my god.
It started with the Charlotte's beat button again.
Yeah.
we can I'm ready for dinner whenever Cassandra's ready for dinner.
And when I get Charlie's message, I will. I will probably go to Charlie's. I'll let Harley know that I'm going there. And
Okay.
oh, and she would probably tell him to no running away.
No, we're good.
I promise.
We're good. As far as what I have under my control, we're good.
We're going to sort out the rest.
Yeah.
For both you and Cassandra.
Right. One step at a time. Connor's got to die. Victor Davenport's got to die. You come up with anybody else that's got to die, and I'm sure we can figure out a way to make it happen.
No, I already killed that person.
Okay.
I think we're good at the moment, but there might be more later. The pirate Lasamba may have to die. I don't know yet. We're going to see what kind of information he brings back. We'll see.
Gotcha. So I will actually go. I'm going to go back to my room. I'm going to leave my rucksack. I'm going to grab. I'm going to go into Charlotte's wine cellar. I'm going to grab.
Now, wine cellar or wine cellar?
Because there's both.
The wine cellar, not the not the top shelf. No, the regular wine. No, so the regular plain Jane normal human wine. I'm gonna go grab a bottle. I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna
Chester.
Yeah, Chester. Just two random interns that don't seem like they're all too busy.
Chester and Frank.
Chester and Frank. I like that.
Yeah. These are the like kind of frat house people that you could find.
Oh, this will be
in
perfect.
This particular group of interns that are kind of chugging back coffee almost 24/7.
I'm actually going to text Charlotte, borrowing Chester and see, I already forgot dude's other name.
Frank, man.
They're meatheads. Who gives a shit? Chester and Frank. Chester and Fred. yeah. Chester and Fred. I'm gonna borrow Chester and Fred.
Despite the fact that they're frat house people, Charlotte can't remember that there's a Fred on the payroll.
So I'm gonna borrow them. I'm gonna grab them. Hey, we need to go for a ride.
Right. Okay. Did Miss Ardane tell you to come and get us?
See, I'm on the I've got an office on the like sea level, so you
Right.
right. She'll let me know if this is a problem after the fact. So just yeah, you're not
That's
doing.
not
I mean, you're not.
yes.
You're not doing anything vital. Like the building's not going to burn down if I steal you for 2 hours.
Wait, building's
Frank
gonna
is my
burn down?
fireman.
They're in the Charlotte Industries fireman calendar every year.
Mm. Well,
Available at the $50 Patreon tier.
so basically, I'm gonna grab 2 interns. I'm gonna grab a couple of bottles of decent wine. We're not gonna go top shelf. We're a couple of bottles of decent wine. These guys have instructions to start drinking as soon as they get in the limo. And
Oh, sweet.
We're gonna.
Ooh. As you're leaving, you guys might see Elena's just gonna like meld into the earth. I want to see how far this goes. Or essentially, she's gonna want to see how far she can go with that. But yeah, you'll just see into the little hill
And then she.
Sam,
uh-huh.
you know what I'm gonna say, right?
Damn it.
Hungry hippo.
I'm good.
She's gonna bound out and like eat Fred and then suck him into the ground with her.
Yeah, Charlie's about to have a rough night.
I'm good. I'm good. I succeeded.
How far can you travel with Earthmelt?
No idea. I was
As
about to
far
look.
as the actual ground itself
Okay.
is limiting you, like unless you hit rock or something, you're pretty much go. This,
Awesome.
on the other hand, is basically just kind of a swimming pool sized bit of dirt. So, you know, you
deeper.
swim for a while and then you hit wall, you swim for another while, you hit wall, you swim down, you hit concrete.
Or bedrock. Yep.
Yeah, it's not a massive amount of green, but it's like the amount of green that Charlotte Industries is minimum allowed to have.
I mean, in the right place, that's super useful.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
If you're good and don't kill anyone, we'll take you to the park another day.
If you don't eat anybody, then we'll bring you to the park.
So,
Let you play with the other La Sombra.
I
but
won't be doing that.
Harley's intention. These guys are gonna have. These guys are gonna be feeling pretty good by the time they get to the gallery. If they have to, they will circle like a 5-block area around the gallery. And then once they're good and sloshed, Harley's gonna have the limo parked, somewhere out of the way where Cassandra's not gonna, notice it, and he's just gonna kind of lead the guys to the gallery, and if it's unlocked, he's gonna bring them in.
Bring them into the art gallery.
Yeah.
To Sula Rose, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
To the Rose.
Silver
Okay.
Rose, Yep.
Let's touch base on the Mean Girls.
She's leaving me, isn't she?
She is. So at some point during all of this, Cassandra's like, bloop. Oh, I got a text. I gotta go. Yeah, Sula Rose has a non-drug related emergency that I have to go attend to.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Then I guess I'll just stare out the window for the rest of the evening.
I mean, you could go reactivate your little robot friends.
I was planning on it.
I'm sure they'd love to, I don't know, make music in there for your entertainment.
Just make sure you don't drink any cheap wine. Your palate has become refined since you began working for me.
That's very true. I'm very used to the finer things in life now.
Hmm. Anything under $10,000 just simply won't do.
It's swell.
Have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Cassandra walks out trying to figure out what exactly that encompasses.
Drink
Robots
wine
play
for
harder,
lunch.
better, faster, stronger.
And the robots kind of kick back up because they're helmets were removed so that Charlotte could look into their eyes, and then they pop back up and they start playing after they put their helmets back on. But it's a lot slower than it usually is due to the fact that they've been going for about 24 hours straight.
And that's the only song they're allowed to play.
Yeah.
Or is that the only one that Cassandra actually, or I mean Charlotte actually knows?
Mm-hmm. She saw the music video. That and One More Time.
We just
Sorry,
spread
Daft Punk. We
misery.
may have accidentally killed you in our chronicle. My bad.
They broke up. They left that open.
I mean,
You
that's
brought this
fair.
on yourselves, Daft Punk.
Yeah,
There's a clip for somebody to clip out of the episode.
Cassandra will head to Sula Rose, I guess in her own car, because I think I'm the only one here who actually drives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody else is public transport and or sewers.
I walk.
I apparently meld into the ground now.
So was the gallery like open? Like, could they actually go in and start working on something?
There's always kind of somebody there 24/7 that is like puttering around or doing something or just lounging about smoking stuff
Crack.
on the
It's not crack.
Chesterfields that are there.
I used to smoke those back in the day. Yeah.
You used to smoke Chesterfields?
Yes, I did. They were good.
That's a brand.
Yes. They're gross. They're disgusting.
I think Steve meant couches.
Yeah, I did.
So, anyways. So,
This is what happens when you get a storyteller who doesn't know the drug lingo. So
all you kids smoking that damn jazz cabbage. So,
your Zima drinks and your Dan Fogelberg
Oh my
albums.
God, Zima. Jesus.
so Harley's actually gonna be in the gallery with the two interns, and Harley's going to be making an attempt to actually do like a still life of whatever random tchotchke piece of shit Cassandra's got sitting around. And the guy, come on, it's an artist commune. There's gonna be tchotchke pieces of shit laying around.
You realize I'm going to make you roll for that, right?
Okay, sure.
They're vintage heirlooms, excuse you.
Roll for tchotchkes.
Excuse you.
All right. So what am I rolling here?
For tchotchkes?
Yeah. what's
That's your chutzpah and
do I get I have a specialty in mensch. Does that give me any? Yeah.
one die.
I am disappointed and proud of all of you.
We've done so well tonight.
How often do I break
Right.
character on the show? Come on.
Wow, like there's no like kind of art thing, is there? It's craft, I
That's
guess.
about it.
Well,
Yeah.
Text and craft.
Yep. All right. So
There used to be like an art seal or something, wasn't there?
yeah. 3
Isn't that that's
per-
expression? It's
performance.
expression.
Performance would be but
Yeah,
the
performance is more like live action, like dancing type stuff.
dancing,
like,
singing, performance,
interpretive
yeah.
dance.
It's gonna be craft for this,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
There's no expression in
Not
this,
anymore.
I forgot.
I've got
it.
3 successes on 3 dice.
It's actually pretty good.
You.
So it's maybe like an old like rotary phone with like the numbers like scraped off, and so Harley's doing his thing, working with like acrylics on just some, he's using some like the little cheap like $2 canvases you can get from like an arts and crafts store. He's not using the expensive shit, but yeah, he's got some common sense. He's not using Cassandra's good supplies, but the interns are kind of doing their thing. And the interns I think are probably having a hard time staying fully coherent now because they just powered through a bottle of wine each in like the span of 20 minutes. So
Yeah, they're not doing too good. And then, there's the whole drinking from them thing, which is probably gonna kind of mess them up a little bit more.
So yeah, they're just painting until Cassandra shows up.
So Cassandra shows up a little behind because she left a little later, and she enters very, very, very subtly in a flourish of double doors opening.
Oh, and I kind of get their attention, or the interns. Hey, fucko, eyes up.
Huh? What?
Hey, and I kind of grab them and I go over to Cassandra. Hey, cool. Thanks for taking me up on this. I got us a nightcap.
I see that. Should we take that upstairs?
Yeah. All right. Alex.
Wait, where are we going?
It's Chester and
Oh, I'm Fred.
Frederick? Right, yes.
Yeah.
Frank?
I'll take Chester.
Fred? Okay, yeah, I'll take Felix. Come here.
What? No, my name's Fred.
Fred, fine. Whatever.
And it's one of those things where both of them are kind of fighting the fact that they've got massive amounts of caffeine in their system and now a bottle of very, very expensive alcohol.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we'll take them up to some of the private rooms upstairs.
And then they're going to get fed from, which is going to fuck them up even more.
Yeah, so after they get situated, Harley is just gonna kind of like sit there and wait for his person to naturally pass out before he can actually feed. Hey, about the party. And I'm sorry I wasn't able to do more for you.
We were all messed up.
Yeah. So there's some stuff that should probably before things get any worse, should probably level with you on a few things. So, down below.
Yeah.
With the guy. I know everything about what happened.
Yeah, you alluded to that before.
I mean everything. There's yeah, and he's gonna reach into the jacket of his coat, and there's maybe an earring that Cassandra no longer has the matching mate to. But that's Harley hands it to her. That was I found that.
Those are the ones I was wearing when he took me.
Yeah. I happen to be actually scouting out spots for a new haven when I heard things, and then I picked up on your trail, and yeah. I'm sorry that I couldn't do more.
You didn't know me back then. I wouldn't have expected you to do
That
anything.
it's I've got a we've all got a responsibility when it comes to shit like that. When it comes to things like that, the I mean I don't know the guy. To be perfectly honest, I think Nix is the only one who did. Maybe one or two others.
It's something I've been trying really hard not to let it affect all of this. When we had to go down there and go through all of those rooms and all of those places,
Yeah.
it was hard.
Um. So I mean I don't. Um. The alligator. Um. Yeah, that was that was kind of a I don't know how that I I don't know how you fucking got out. I honestly don't. I really don't. And I you know I I'm just one guy, and I mean one way or the other, if you weren't gonna be making it out of there, they sure as fuck weren't going to be. So, like um, I don't have anything to apologize for, but on the behalf of the rest of us, whatever, I'm sorry that we created a literal fucking nightmare. That it happens.
Every clan has their monsters.
Hmm. Um. No, I was the one who actually got the word out where you were at. I've been meaning to say something about that now for a while since we started working together. Um, and when you were down there, I slept in my haven, but other than that, I was there in that fucking tunnel, keeping an eye out, making sure the path was clear. So if anyone did come, they'd be able to at least have a fighting chance. So, um, like I've had your back since then. I've got your back now. Um, and there's going to, I'm sure there's gonna be a time when that you're gonna be in a position to where maybe you'll be able to help me, and if that's the case, awesome. If not, I wanted to know, or I wanted to know that you would know that yeah, there. Um,
I get you. I I appreciate that you did what you could for someone who was a total stranger to you, and someone who's of a clan that yours doesn't tend to be the most fond of. Anyway, um, I actually wanted to talk to you,
oh, okay.
um, about what happened to you.
What do you mean? like I mean as far as like everyone got rolled by Connor. There's nothing that I mean, cause Charlotte's Charlotte, but I mean all of us were fucking useless.
I don't mean that.
All right.
Why does Charlotte treat you like that?
Like what?
Heel?
What do you mean?
I mean, in the last couple days and stuff, I've seen you snap to some pretty serious attention when she calls, and not in a way that I've seen you do it before. And look, I've been the one not in a position of power with bosses and stuff a few times. And what I'm seeing doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem okay.
I have no. What are you even talking about? I'm sure. I'm sure there's something going on, but I have no clue what you're talking about. I honestly don't.
Well, so a couple times in the last couple days, I've literally watched Charlotte say the words "heel boy" and seen you do it. You jump to attention and you run to her side and you stand there and you stare at us blank-faced until she tells you down. And I don't think that's okay.
I don't know if there's any kind of role I can make to try to break through the yeah. I mean the fact I don't even know if it's physically possible. The fact that I did all of that willingly in the first place, I don't even know if that's physically possible for me to be able to see through that.
There wouldn't be really much of a role unless you beat the dominate, which you very much did not.
No.
Yeah, this isn't a rationalized thing where you could actually roll wits awareness.
No.
Like this is just something that happened.
Yep. I'm there's got to be a reason why, right?
Yeah. I'm a little more worried now that you don't remember it, though, honestly. I thought we were going to have a conversation here about, appropriate workplace boundaries, but now I'm wondering if maybe this is a more serious conversation.
There's got to be a reason, though, right? I mean,
well,
I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time just believing. My head hurts.
Look, the next time it happens, I'm gonna try to record it on my phone without her noticing, because I've sort of noticed that we get attacked a lot, and Charlotte's never been hurt. And we all snap to attention when Charlotte calls, especially you. And then at the party, she walked you down to that limo, and then you just magically went into the underground. Look, I'm not saying anything because I love Charlotte. I really do, but it's just like a lot, man. It's a lot.
You're not implying that she had anything to do with me going down into the sewers, right? We're not going in that direction, right?
All I'm saying is Alexandru has lived in 2 of her buildings. 2 of them out of 2.
No.
And Davenport's the one who put her in charge. And it's a lot when you lay it all out. And whatever she's done to you, and damn if Charlie's not in there telling us that we should let her do more things to us.
There's And I'm totally forgetting the fact that my intern is completely and solidly passed out now. I'm just completely... No. But no, that
and why didn't she know that was Connor's club? She paid for it all. She signed all the contracts. That was what Charlie asked. How come she didn't know? And I want to know the answer to that question too.
yeah,
There's a lot Charlotte should have known that she is either too dumb to have figured out, which I don't think is the truth, or that she knew and decided not to tell us.
I've worked with her for a long time. She's always been above board with me. But
Yeah, I wonder how long you've been snapping to heal as well.
I
You got
no,
torn in half for her.
that
You took us all down into the sewers.
well
And that was fine, and just it's just so much when you lay it all out.
I know they're but which there's got to be a logical explanation. There's got to be. There's got to be. I mean, I know we went off on some red string bullshit earlier, but there's got to be a logical reason why. There's got to be. There's got to be.
Probably. And you know, I didn't think anything about any of it because I mean, we've all been in this situation. We all went and saw Alexandra. We've all done dumb things right up until I saw what you were like when she commanded you around. When I saw that, all I could think was, I mean, she could be doing that to any of us at any point, anytime she wants. And what's stopping her? She's not even an anarch.
Well, I knew.
Why is she putting up with all of this stuff that we're doing?
Well, I mean, she is Ventru and personal agendas.
And the only one who's not a primogen.
It's not for lack of trying, though.
Isn't it? Because she's the one who said we need to put Davenport off. That needs to be the last step of the plan.
No.
Hell, she's the one providing us with all of our food, all of our money, all of our contacts. We're all completely dependent on her now.
But that's an employment contract, though. Right?
Is it?
It's got. Well, I mean, I signed a fucking piece of. Sorry, Beckett.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
Florence
fine.
is very mad.
Florence is just picking up on the negative energy. It's fine.
No, there's. No, I mean, the she's a Ventru. She's about her contracts. I've got my employment contract on file back in my place. I can go and look at it. It's gonna have everything. Like, we're independent contractors. If she wanted, no, they're this can't. No.
Are you serious right now? Do you really think a contract is going to save us from anything with anyone? I still have a contract I signed with Connor to sing at his club. Want to see that?
Yeah, it's a relevant point. Fuck. No.
On that note, this is probably about the time that Charlie is texting the group text to everybody, just Anarchs / phase 3 this week ? And Elena's probably there, so we'll just like verbally ask that. And to Charlotte directly, he will text, "You ready for your part ?
Always. Period.
And on that note, this would be a good time to cut off this particular episode. Man, all the shade.
Damn. Oh fuck! Like, not at all what I was expecting. Where I was expecting all of this to go. somebody, you guys finally hate someone other than Elena tonight. I'm so stoked right now.
Literally done nothing wrong.
That's suspicious in and of itself.
I mean,
Sorry,
you do
I'm
for
so
one.
good.
You can't make it for one episode, and everybody turns on you.
That was literally exactly what happened.
I will
When
say
Charlotte
that-
wasn't here and we all started fighting, I was like, wait a goddamn minute.
I laughed so hard it threw off my autofocus.
Yes.
All right,
Oh,
so
Charlotte, the Brit would be so happy for you right now.
yes. We are going to be raiding in a couple minutes to Rolling D's 20s, and they're going to be playing. They're in their mid-season or their end of season break before they go into season 3. So they're going to be playing Big Motherfucking Crab Truckers or something. I don't know. It's a game I definitely want to watch.
Zombie crab
So
truckers.
join us.
Zombie crab
That sounds
truckers.
amazing.
Zombie giant crabs that drive trucks in a zombie apocalypse. I don't know what's going on.
I like every word you said.
It sounds
Yeah.
like the most ridiculous fun game, and I definitely want to go over there. So we're going to do a roundtable. Let's start with the new BBEG, Charlotte.
Hi, I'm Brennan. I was betrayed. You can find me at my links or on my Twitter.
Oh, and that's
Hopefully
gonna
I'll
cut
see you
so
next time
deep.
if I'm not stabbed in the back.
Just remember, Brennan, real friends stab from the front.
Right? Or they make you stab somebody else in the back for you.
Yeah.
Cass, that one's gonna cut so deep for poor Charlotte.
You're gonna kill her. You better hope she never finds out.
And see, and what I just love though is that once Lex started dropping the shade on you there, you were like, "Oh no, motherfucker, just didn't say that." You perked up. You were on your fucking keyboard, like, "Nope."
Charlie.
Brennan's compiling all of his out of character shade on me.
Yep. Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo. I'm Charlie the Malkavian. That's my Twitter handle, and that is all of my link information. ATL by night, Tuesdays. We're almost
Where
at our
there's no
season
betrayals whatsoever.
no, there's so many fucking betrayals. We're almost at our season finale, 8 p.m. Eastern. In July, I'm in 2 games for Jasper's Game Day. One on July 10th, D&D game that Dustin Fletcher from D4 is running. Then another one on July 11th that Joe Cat is running. Seats have been bid on, so please tune in and donate. Very, very good cause. I'm probably in some other things, but I don't think I announced that yet. Maybe next week, we'll see.
And Elena.
Hi everyone, I'm Samantha McLarty, Elena Cortez La Sombra, and all of my links are connected to that lovely link tree that should be in the chat right now. I am obviously doing this one. I'm on London's Bleeding on Wednesdays, and I am in a Sabat game that has yet to
A two-shotter.
yes it's a
two-parter.
it's a two-parter, and that should be airing at some point soon. I don't know exactly when.
Soon-ish,
Uh,
yes.
I'm also playing in a D&D game with Ellie Collins on July 9th for Jasper's Game Day, so be sure to check that out. I'm super stoked for you guys to meet my D&D Air Genasi. I will be using a fantastic the reborn lineage from Ravenloft for her, and I don't know what else I'm doing right now. There's more stuff, I'm sure. I can't think of it right now, but I'm sure it'll be announced at some point. Just do the link tree, follow the things, and you'll see all about it. Promise.
Let's see, where am I pointing? There we go. Harley.
Hi, Patrick Gill, creative director at Martlet Games. You get to see me portray the ever lovable, ever squishy, ever scaly Nosferatu Harley. We've got actually you if you've been with us since the very beginning of the takeover here, I had my little office hours Saturday. Come hang out with me for an hour, ask questions about Vampire. Hey, how do I make a character? How do I run a game? How do I do this?
How do I run a game? Quick, tell me.
Well, first you have to actually get a set of dice.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
Let all of your players do the talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Let them throw each
You're
other
giving away
under the
my
bus.
secrets.
Free XP.
yep. But so there's that. I honestly don't know how it went. Hopefully it went good. Then we've got London's Bleeding Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Central. We just got done this week showing episode 6. There are 2 more episodes left, plus 1, maybe 2 epilogues after that. That ends with a bang. The things get nuts from here on out in that show. It's a blast. We've got the Sabat 2 shot, as Sam mentioned. Episode 1 is filmed. The second part we will be hopefully recording summertime. Shit happens. It'll get done eventually. You'll see it eventually. The Onyx Path Cult of the Blood Gods game will be starting up soon. Session Zeros will be done by the end of next weekend. Promise. Other than that, there's literally like a multitude of projects that are going to be coming out of the Martlet Games camp. So just keep an eye on the link tree, which is in the chat. Love you all. Have fun. Be safe. And I'm going to pass the baton on to the next individual.
Cassandra.
That's me. I'm Lex. I was Cassandra. I did some bus checking during this episode. You know what? I take notes at the end of every game, and I have got the receipts to back this theory up.
Bad luck. Oh.
Somehow everybody in this coterie has obtenebration. I don't know how.
I don't have a ton going on just yet. My book is out. Check it out. It's super good. A lot of people have started
Hold
to
on.
pick it up. Oh, you got a copy.
He's got a
Go
copy.
this way.
This book.
That book! Yay! Yay! It's a
Wait,
lot
too
of
close.
fun.
There we go.
Too close. It's a lot of fun. It's the second in the series. You can pick them both up on Amazon Canada or Amazon US. My horror game will be starting up probably like late summer, maybe early September. Skin Deep. You will probably see some familiar faces in it. That is pretty much it for me, though.
And this guy is Storyteller Steve. I didn't betray anybody this episode or throw
No,
any
you
shade.
did.
So, yeah.
You kind of set it all up so that we betray each other, though.
Then
That.
true.
How
Man.
dare you? As a
Shit
storyteller,
rolls
we
uphill.
trusted you.
We
Right? I mean,
trusted
God,
you,
you,
Steve.
you set all this up like when we started playing this game in session 1.
The storyteller's the real villain here.
Hey, whoa, easy now. I just set up the domino board. If you guys come along and kick it all over, that's not my fault. So I am Storyteller Steve. You just saw the Delve into Darkness, which is the regular one. We had a special guest. Next week, we're going to not have a special guest, but we're coming back for another episode. The Adjacent by Night. Next week is our season finale. Where we were going possibly to see some anarchs and possibly have some betrayals happen. I don't know. Stuff will happen. Tune in to Vancouver by Night for our regular Tuesday D&D game. There's a Sunday D&D game, which may be starting tomorrow. Who knows? And there's a Changeling game that's coming up that is being worked on very hard by Cliff. You would know him as Duran from the Delve into Darkness. So he's working on that, and Changeling is the darkest World of Darkness game ever. It's ridiculous. It's so dark because it gives you more hope than the other games, and it's
Yes,
like,
it does.
no, we're gonna take that away because
Yep.
we're mean. Yeah,
Some really
tune
other
into-
fucky shit in there, but yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go to that in the after credit stuff.
There's a lot of bad stuff that happened there. So I am going to sign us off here. We're going to go see some big zombie trucker crab things in just a couple of minutes. So we will see you next week for our season finale. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.